Hey folks, this is Rhykker. 2 days ago, Ana Amari, the newest Overwatch character, was revealed, and she went up on the public test server for us to try out. Today we're going to look at some Ana gameplay footage. Expect some absolute professional MLG 360 no-scope gameplay here. 500 APM, just professional gamer right here. In this video, we'll check out some Ana gameplay, go over our first impressions of Ana, and basically how she fits into the game. Is she overpowered? Is she useless? Is she gonna change up the meta? Now, to clarify real quick for anyone who's not aware, Ana is available on PC on the PTR, the public test server. This is for beta testing only. Blizzard, when they have a new patch, will put it up on the PTR for us to test out a bit before it goes live. No progress made on the PTR, transfers over to live though, so any gold you earn is lost, so PC players can't use this to get ahead of console players, and as far as I'm aware, there are no PTR servers for console. Now before we get to the gameplay, we're just going to quickly go over Ana's skins and poses. So if you look at the skins here, you can see she's got the different colorations. Looking good, right? You got your various pastel colors until you get to Merciful here that is a little reminiscent of Mercy. It's very medic-y. But then we get to the Shrike skin, and heyo, does that look familiar? Yes, it does. We're gonna slap up that picture that we found on Temple of Anubis. For the longest time, a prevailing theory was that that was an image of Sombra. It is now confirmed to just be an Ana Amari skin. What does that tell us? Well, most likely that piece of artwork there was some early concept art for this character. Whether this character was originally intended to be Ana or not, we don't know. But as you can see in the artwork, that blue coloration from her base skin is there. So I think this was actually what she was originally supposed to look like. But then she got some art updates and ended up becoming this classic base skin. Because it's very unusual for Blizzard to hide a skin alternative as a clue. If you look at all the other leaked hero, or not leaked, but the hero clues, the portrait clues within the game, they're all the base skins. So clearly there was some change in art direction that happened at some point. I actually preferred it with the baby blue on this skin and not the purple, but to each his own. We got some other really good looking skins here. You got your Sand Raider, but I feel like the all-time favorite of people will be the base original Ana Amari and the Horus Ana Amari. This is young Ana Amari, and yeah, you can already see the fan art and the fan art. For our emotes, we've got Disapproving Grandma, Protector, Help Me Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Tea Time. I guess this is a reference to both teabagging and the fact that she's old. Haha. Victory poses. Got some nice ones in there. But then they had to slip in her sitting down because she's old, and what? Old people can't stand because they're tired and old and have to sit down? Blizzard? Ageist? Blizzard? Really? And you got your highlight intros here. Pretty cool. Lockdown here. Yep, zip, zip, bam. She only got one eye, so she manages pretty well, apparently, with no depth perception. And this one here is going to be the favorite, I'm pretty sure. It's that ending of her intro. Alright, enough of that. On to some actual gameplay now. We're just going to show a match, and as we're going through, I'll give my comments, feedback on Ana, as well as some commentary on my expert gameplay. So I set myself up on this perch over here. It's on a ledge. One thing about Ana is that, contrary to the other snipers, Widowmaker and Hanzo, she has no real mobility option. She has no special ability, no grappling hook, no wall climbing, so it's more difficult for her to get on good vantage points to snipe. So I had to take the long way around the steps, and my team here is being very aggressive, so I'm not in the best position, in fact. I can sometimes deal some healing shots, but I guess your first instinct when you play a sniping character is to try to snipe. But I've actually found that Ana plays generally a lot better, a little closer to her team. It might be situational. There are certainly times when it calls for sniping, but here I'm clearly not being very useful. We got the bus in the way. I should be moving up front. It's just I was getting ready for when the enemy would be coming towards us. You know, there's two general strategies on Bunny. One is to kind of hole up at the point, wait for them to kind of come around this choke. Others are to be more aggressive, and seem the team decided to be more aggressive. Trying to give some support to poor Bastion here, keep him alive a bit. And we're going to be able to do that, but not for very long. I mean, Bastion under sustained attack. Ana is no mercy. And there you go. You see what that Reinhardt just had on him? That is Ana's ult. I found that Ana could actually get ult very quickly. And that right there, we're going to see actually a buff to McCree on PTR right now. His mid to long range attack has been marginally buffed. As you can see there, he was able to snipe me pretty quickly. So McCree might be coming back into the meta as well. But now the enemy is taking the point very quickly, because we've done a pretty piss poor job of defending it. I guess that's the issue when you're a bit too pushed up front and then you wipe. You guys aren't in a position to defend thereafter. We're holding it a little bit, someone was holding it, but nope, that's a whole lot of nope. See right there, that was the sleep dart. Managed to get Reinhardt down. Didn't really do much in this scenario, but that is a very, very strong power I've come to find. It puts someone to sleep for quite a long time, but now this is a really good Junkrat with his friggin' stupid Junkrat grenades. Fortunately, Ana has that E, that healing grenade of her own. I think this Junkrat's still gonna get me probably, but ideally you don't want to save it just to heal yourself, but in a pinch, Ana can heal herself with that E. She heals her teammates otherwise by shooting them, which is a nice revenge for support characters. Never want to shoot at a Genji while he's reflecting bullets. But yeah, the whole sleep power that she has on her left shift, it could interrupt ults. I don't know if we're going to actually see that in this game, but it's very powerful. In fact, if you can, in some cases it stops the ult altogether. Sometimes it'll just waste time on someone's ult. Like on a Soldier 76 ult, for instance, you put him to sleep, then his ult timer is going to keep ticking, and it's just going to waste away. And what's going on right here? Again, trying to keep the Bastion alive. So we shoot the healing grenade, one to heal. So the grenade heals and damages, but when you do it on an ally, it heals them, plus it buffs the healing they receive for a short time. So the healing grenade combined with shooting them, physically healing, is actually a really, really potent combo. Now, Ana's not going to be replacing Mercy anytime soon. Mercy is still the best single target DPS healer, but I think situationally on some maps, Ana could potentially replace Lucio. Now, I don't know if you saw that aura effect on that Reinhardt, but that was an Ana ult on Reinhardt, and Ana and Reinhardt comboed as you saw in the Ana preview trailer. Super powerful. You see, it's on. It was on him again right there. Obviously, that would be an optimal time to put the Reinhardt to sleep. Burnout time on the ult. But I suspect we're going to be seeing a lot more plays of the game by Reinhardt once Ana is introduced into the game. Reinhardt isn't the only great character, but the great thing with the Reinhardt is that he doesn't have to ult to be a complete wrecking ball. That ult will boost his speed, his damage, and make him take less damage, so he just charges in with his hammer, wrecks everything. He doesn't even have to ult. But if you apply it to a Soldier 76, then the Soldier 76 ult will be even more potent. I don't know if you saw what happened right there. I put the Reinhardt to sleep, but he immediately woke up. Sleep is going to change the way this game is played, folks. It's a completely new mechanic being introduced to Overwatch. Once someone is sleeping, they go prone on the ground, so they're more difficult to headshot. Not that Ana cannot headshot, by the way. But for a Widowmaker, say, or a Hanzo. See, put to sleep, but immediately woken up. If you take any damage, you wake up. So, the sleep power, one ability is, it's exceptionally useful at interrupting ults, delaying ults. You got a Phyra in the air, trying to ult, just poop. You know, knock her down. I think Ana even says Justice should take a nap when that happens. As you saw right there, the primary fire applies a quick acting dot, a damage over time effect, so it's very quick poison. As you see there, I tried to burn out some time on his ult with that sleep. Did manage to delay him partially, but someone woke him up immediately thereafter. You really want to have a coordinated team. This is going to be a nightmare in pub games, as any sleep power has been historically. See, once again, just like the sleep timer is so long, guys. If you can just wait it out, it lasts so long. Of course, there are scenarios in which you won't want to wait out the sleep timer, but I think for the most part, applying the sleep effect, unless you're interrupting an ult, is something that you want to apply for a long time. You know, let's say you're getting heat on you as Ana, you're getting chased down, you're by yourself. Put the guy to sleep, run off to find help. That guy's gonna be sleeping so long, you're gonna have enough time to get to your teammates. This Junkrat in this game was the bane of my existence. He was so annoying to me. I mean, as you can see here, my gameplay isn't so great. I'm accustomed to Bastion. Sorry, not Bastion. I'm accustomed to Lucio and Reinhardt, so two characters where I don't really have to aim. So my aim is pretty far off with Ana. I don't know that I see myself playing Ana in the future. Maybe if I could get the rust off these old bones and become good at aiming again. But look at this, Bastion. Just for me, guys. Fuck you. I said Bastion. Junkrat. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look. I guess in that case it's because I was the only one who noticed him when I was shooting at him, but still. That was pretty dumb to be ulting in the middle of all of us with that Riptire. He could have hidden. But, what else about Ana? I found it kind of easier to hit allies than enemies. I'm not 100% sure why that may be. I mean, it could just be that enemies are generally actively trying to avoid you, or they're more further away from you. Or maybe the hitbox on the heal, or no. I don't know exactly, but I did find it easier to hit allies. Now, one thing I noticed is that Ana, when zoomed in with her scope, her weapon is hit scan. A hit scan weapon is one in which you click, and there's 0 time between the shot, the bullet firing, and the bullet connecting. So, there's hit scan weapons and projectile weapons. Outside of scoped, the bullet is a quick moving projectile. So, for instance, you got Hanzo, who has a projectile weapon, an arrow, and you have Widowmaker, who has a hit scan weapon. There you go. She goes to sleep, she wakes up immediately because everyone's shooting at her. To be fair, though, by the way, this Junkrat, just while we're all distracted, GG team, is just moving this thing on his own. I'm here by myself, by my lonesome, trying to fend him off. I guess I should have called for them to rally. Her shot can't even one-shot a Junkrat trap, by the way, guys. But, what were we saying here? This Junkrat. This freaking Junkrat. He's got me paranoid now. I'm waiting here. I don't want to leave the thing, but our team is pushed so far ahead.
60 seconds.
Scattered all around. I don't know if you noticed, but that fist there, that's Doomfist, possibly an upcoming hero. We'll likely have a video talking about that in the future here, but, got that Reinhardt ult that just went off, and doing our best to shoot some heals. Every time you hear that, that's the sound of Ana's ult buffing someone. There's definitely people where it's a lot less useful to apply that effect on. Again, Reinhardt, super effective. On ulting Soldier 76, super effective. Ulting Roadhog, for instance. Yeah, the issue with the sleep in any unorganized game is, and anytime you have a pub, take that Tracer. Oh. Anytime you have a pub game, people are always going to be interrupting your sleep, and it's to be expected. I mean, there's not much you can really do about that. But, there we go. There's the win. So, overall, Ana has a powerful toolkit, guys. I don't know. I wouldn't call her overpowered by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe her sleep power? I don't know, given how easy it is to screw up amongst your own team. But I want to see in a coordinated team how well that sleep performs. Because that's going to be tough. It lasts very long. And I actually managed to get a lot of healing done there for Ana. I'm surprised. I don't really know how I managed to do that. again, Ana is not gonna Ana's not gonna replace Mercy. No way. Maybe in some cases she will replace Lucio, but the fact that Zenyatta's also getting some buffs on PTR, they might be toned down a bit, but Zenyatta is scary right now, folks. Zenyatta is scary. So I don't know if there's gonna be room for too many additional supports here, but overall, Ana not feeling overpowered. I don't know that I would say she's underpowered. I think she's definitely a high skill ceiling hero. So if you could be consistently nailing those shots, always landing those heals and those hits on enemies as well as with the sleep. Because if you miss that sleep, you know, it's quite a cooldown. But if you can be consistently hitting your targets, Ana could be scary in the right hands. I just don't know if she's scary enough to replace the current supports, but definitely a fun hero to play despite how badly I suck with her. I look forward to introduction to the game. Again, she's going to be changing the game. That sleep is a complete game changer. It's a new mechanic, and it's going to completely alter the way Overwatch is played, provided she actually makes her way into the meta. So that wraps up this video. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment with your thoughts on Ana, folks. What do you think? Overpowered, underpowered, annoying, useful, fun? What do you think? Sound off in the comments below. Check out these other videos and subscribe to join Rhyker's Raiders to be alerted when the next Overwatch video goes live. Now wait a minute, did you guys see that? Let's pause frame and enhance. What's that? Oh, some kind of hex code? Well, is that random gibberish, or did Blizzard leave us a hidden message? If you transcribe all those digits,